Hi, this is Libin, and welcome to Elmi Ceramics. I am experimenting with sculptural ceramics, and this video is a part of my process. What you're looking at here is a finished piece that started out very differently and changed quite along the way. And this mushroom pebble looking structure was initially inspired by a pebble bowl that I made. Since the bowls were quite shallow, you can really see the pebble structure very well because it was also on the bottom side of the bowl. So I was like, okay, now I want it to be inverted. And I was like, what better way to do that than to create a mushroom? So I started by throwing the base and throwing. I'm quite new to throwing. I usually hand build, so for me, throwing is still a bit of a learning curve. And yeah, you can see I'm struggling a little bit. And I kind of disturbed the structure when I was doing some of the trimming. But that was done, and now I'm going for the actual pebble bowl, which I enjoy more. And I'm attaching pebbles one by one. It's very simple actually, and this time I'm using like this form, this circular form, which is actually meant to bake and meant to use for baking. It's called a spring form in Swedish, but I don't know what it's called in English. But yeah, that's what I'm using to keep the shape and to get a nice structure on what will be the rim of that bowl. Um, and then I don't do the score and slip attach method. I rather smooth everything out with a wooden tool, and then I smooth it out with a sponge. It kind of has the same effect. Hoping and praying, at this point that this won't break because they have broken before and you have to be quite careful with them. And this is me taking the form out very gently. At this point, I would actually recommend, if you want to try this, I would recommend you to let it dry a bit first before you start playing with it. This clay was quite soft, and you can tell, like, even the pebble structures aren't really showing as much as I would like them to. And yes, it broke. um, and yeah, this is me just trying to figure out what to do with my life. But then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to get to scoring and attaching them the way they fell off. And thankfully, I assembled them in the right way. And now I'm just scoring, slipping, attaching, and all that jazz. So yeah, uh, that was the process. It's actually quite fun. I wasn't expecting it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And this is me just pressing them together and flip it over to the other side, and it looks ridiculous. So yeah, I need to score and smooth this side as well in order for it to become the pebble bowl that I want it to become, basically. So yeah, now I flipped the work piece over again, and the thing is that you are supposed to use a bit of pressure to get the, the desired look, but now it's broken a few times or many times in different places. And yeah, so I really need to, when it's leather dry, I really need to like carve it a bit more and get it back to its original structure. That's the beauty of the pebble bowl. You don't really have to carve that much. But now I feel like, yeah, this whole situation hasn't gone the way I wanted to from the beginning. But yeah, now they are almost leather dry. They're stable, and the attaching process will begin shortly. So now I'm just mapping out where I'm gonna put it, trying to make sure that it's not gonna make any indents or break. Because, after what I've been through, I'm not trying to have that kind of situation again. So now I'm mapping it out with a wooden tool so that I know where to score and slip. Adding a little bit of clay, super, super soft clay and moist clay to add to that border to make things even more secure. And I love working with brushes, so smoothing it out with an old paintbrush of mine.